All right, what's going on, everybody? Sunday night, Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to everybody. Everybody's filing in. Tonight we got we got Kate, we got Sergeant Doofy, and we got Theresa R tonight, which I'm excited about.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Teresa's my favorite. Have you seen her videos, like the music video ones? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, they're hilarious. I have.
I love them. The Baby Mama song with Patty.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Thank you, guys.
No, they're really good. And of course, Theresa R is on because. What?
Sorry, go ahead.
Damn it, Mitch. Theresa R is on because Earl lost the first ever auditor showdown. Actually, technically, it's the second one because we did Billy Baggs and Josh Abrams that one time.
Yeah.
But it's the first official one. I'm going to do it on Thursdays. So Earl lost, and we're going to discuss, why he's a vile human being.
Yep. And then also tonight we're going to talk a little bit more about Glenn Cerio. We're all going to get to know Glenn Cerio a little bit better tonight. And also, so the first thing I want to do, we'll talk about this real quick, and then we'll jump into News Now Houston, and then we'll get into Glenn Cerio. But right before we came on, and this is breaking auditing news right now. Right before we came on, we got word, and it's not as confirmed as I would like it to be, but it does seem like it is something that actually went down. Glenn Cerio has left Josh Abrams in Florida. They apparently weren't getting along, and Glenn is out. He's gone. He took his car. He took the rental car and hit up the airport. Apparently, Glenn didn't like the way Josh was treating him. He was talking down to him. I guess him in South Florida. What is it? News Now South Florida? Is that who he is? What he's called?
Maybe weren't they going to meet someone in Florida?
Big Nick.
That's it, Big Nick's.
Yep.
South
So
Florida.
they met up with somebody, and he didn't like the way they were talking to him. So apparently, Josh was in the shower, and Glenn took off. That's the story I'm hearing. Like I said, we're still trying to confirm some details, but I've heard from multiple sources today that's what's going on. So we'll keep you posted on that. But I thought that was pretty quick. I didn't expect it to happen that quick.
Are you kidding me?
Not that quick.
Like the guy's
I mean, it's the inevitable, but I wasn't expecting it to be that quick.
What are the odds that he ran because he has a warrant?
Well, he got his I don't know.
I
don't think he has a warrant because he got that jaywalking ticket. So I think they would have saw that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. You know that the cops hate you if you're getting ticketed for jaywalking.
Yep. Yeah. So that's that. So I guess he took his ball and he's going home, which I thought is pretty funny. I don't know what the deal is with Josh, whether he's staying in Florida, he's trying to get back home or what. But yeah, that happened. That was funny. I heard that and I was like, wow.
That is shocking.
Yeah. It's pretty quick. But all right. DJ, what's up, man? Mega Karen, what's up? No names in the house. No names probably.
Oh, Lord.
No name. Glenn pulled a no name.
So
is that what it's gonna be now? So every time someone dips on Josh, they're no naming him.
Just in general, I think we could probably bring him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just two guys that got fed up with his shit, and they're out. And the thing is they're not like I watched a couple of their videos from down in Florida. They're not even auditing. Like they're just walking up to police scenes, like putting themselves right in the middle of them. The police trying to conduct investigations, trying to conduct, handle a scene, and they're just putting themselves right in the middle of it. Like I'm surprised that they haven't gotten hemmed up for interfering with a police investigation. To be honest.
They don't want to arrest anyone right now.
Yeah, they don't want to touch them.
Yeah, that's why they're getting away with what they're doing.
I have to say, though, the best shoes in the auditing community goes to Glenn Cerio. Have you seen those Air Jesuses he wears?
Yes.
I mean,
The
those things are
Birkenstock
prime.
sandals.
Those are prime.
So bad. Oh my God.
He squeezes those babies into him, and he just goes out and he kicks ass and takes names in the sandals.
We're in the middle of an unprecedented pandemic, right? Just constant paranoia about disease and germs. And you're just trying to do your job, working your beat. And fat, hairy, sweaty Glenn Cerio approaches you, foaming at the mouth, probably spitting a little when he talks.
Toes out.
Freaking nasty Birkenstocks. Right. Like, what do you even do? I wouldn't want to arrest him either. I'd be like, yeah, 6 feet, give me 12, sir. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. No
gross.
socks. No socks. He is toes out. And no, they're not even flip-flops. Like, these are like buckle sandals, like the leather sandals where you buckle them in and you go to town in them. That's
the Jesus sandals.
Yeah, they're literally their Air Jesuses.
Jandals.
Mandals, yeah.
Mandals.
So speaking of
Jandals.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Speaking of disgusting. All right.
Yeah, so you can hop into that.
Potato versus News Now Houston. Do you guys agree with the winner of that?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yep.
I
think furry can be a little obnoxious, but I mean, when it comes down to it, you look at their backgrounds and what they've both done, and Earl just takes the cake all day long.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've noticed when I'm doing these too, you pick two people and you're like, I don't even know, objectively speaking, who's going to win ahead of time. I had an inkling that it was going to be furry when I put them back to back because obviously News Now Houston has a terrible, terrible background, and I will let Theresa go through this because, she knows quite a bit.
All right, Theresa, the floor is yours.
Where would you like me to begin? I'm not sure where I should
first
start.
of all, I think it's important to say that you're pretty well rounded in the world of Earl. Like you know your shit when it comes to Earl, and I know you've been following him for a long time. You have a lot of information on him. Your Earl to you is kind of like Josh Abrams to us, kind of. Am I right?
Yeah, I would say so. I've known Earl since I worked with PENAC. Photography is not a crime. I used to write. I used to be a reporter with him.
You can't hear her?
Nope.
Kate, can you? Kate,
can you hear me?
All right. Well, how about people in the comments? Can you hear Theresa talking?
I can hear.
All right. Yeah. So can I. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear her before she starts going into everything.
Oh, this might be me. Sorry. Yep, sorry.
All right.
But
I'm waiting for people to come in. I mean, everybody's talking about Earl and Furry Potato, so they must be able to. Can you guys all hear Theresa? Sounds perfect. I can hear her. Yes. All right. Yep. You're good, Theresa. Go ahead.
Anyway, so I was just saying that I've known him probably for the last 3 or 4 years, maybe almost 5 years now, known of him. But he used to work with us with Photography is Not a Crime when he kind of first started auditing and stuff like that. And then I was writing for PENAC, I guess, back in 2017, and I took a trip with him to Washington, D.C., and just kind of documented things that he did and did a lot of audits and things like that, and sort of got to know it.
So you've
a little
actually
better.
been around him. So you've been around him. You've done things with him, all that.
Yes,
I didn't know
absolutely.
that. That's interesting. I was unaware of that.
Right, I was actually a pretty good friend to him. I did a lot of nice things for him. I've helped him with filing things and paperwork and et cetera and et cetera. I found him an attorney to file the only lawsuit he's ever filed and actually won. And in turn, when I found out what a horrible history he had, he kind of threw me under the bus and started making a lot of crazy allegations and accusations about me in particular, saying that he was he was at one point my boyfriend, and I was a bitter and scorned ex-girlfriend, and that was the only reason that I had anything to say about his past, and that a lot of my documents are false or made up or forged or whatever, and that I just do this because I'm a bitter woman.
Which they are not, because we've accessed them as well. They are 100% authentic. So
Yeah,
just wanna
it's
throw
funny.
that
That
out there.
seems to be what they go for. Like we get the same thing. Like we'll just be called trolls, and that we're just we're just jealous of their subscriber counts and their views, and we just wanna go at them because because we're jealous, and we're just jealous of their success is how it's been put, which is insane. Like no, we're just sick of listening to you run your bullshit, and we're calling you on what the truth is what it is.
Yeah, and Earl's history is particularly like just
Oh yeah,
horrifying.
yes,
So-
Right.
absolutely.
Earl's history is
I mean-
particularly bad, and when I started looking into it, it had to do with that I had I had listened to him speak and say things that, like I said, I'd been around him a little bit, and it just seemed like everything he told me was a lie. He'd call me with some information about some auditors getting hemmed up, and like you guys, I checked and verified it, and it would be completely fiction, and I'd be like, well, what does he want me to make a video about this is going on? And it's not even going on. And so I just started questioning the things that he was telling me. And, he had told me that he had been convicted of this rape, and he had told me the story about this, how this was a consensual encounter, and that he had met the girl at a bar, and that, the only reason that she accused him of raping her later on was because she had a cop boyfriend, and I don't know, apparently he says, well, she got caught, having an affair with me. And so she made up this whole rape scenario. That was his story to me about the rape. And like I said, the more I heard him lie about other things, just flat out lie about things, the more I wanted to look into it. So that's when, we started pulling the records from the original rape case and from the original car theft case, and et cetera. And that's whenever we learned the actual details of, what the rape was about.
Yeah, that's wow. I mean,
It was pretty horrific because
yeah.
he was impersonating a police officer, correct?
He was impersonating a police officer. He pulled a lady over, or stopped her when she pulled into her apartment complex, and arrested her, put her in zip ties, brought her behind a convenience store, and raped her. It
Jesus
wasn't a
Christ.
consensual thing. It was not, I met her at a bar and things, it was a he said, she said. No, they had, in the evidence, they had the zip ties. They had her rape kit, so they knew that it was him. It wasn't someone that they mixed up, or she was confused. It wasn't someone that she mixed up with a black man. It was, you look at the records, and it was Earl. It was Earl, and it was all Earl. So, Earl has a lot of makeup, a lot of stories that surround this rape. But the fact of the matter is that he pretended to be a policeman, put a woman in zip ties, and brought her behind a convenience store and raped her. And then a few days later, after he stole her purse, he called her house and talked to her mother and tried to get her to meet him again. So he is not a very good person, and
Wow.
he was
And this-
associated with a lot of other rapes that they
And-
never could really pin on him. So
Wow. And just to confirm, like this is all on paper, right?
that's right. It's
Yeah,
all
it's-
documents to back up everything that I
Wow.
say. When I say something, I come
Yeah,
with the
we
documents.
had,
Yep. I just wanted to
we put
reiterate
them
that
out,
so that
you
people
know, a
know.
couple months
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that
Not on
we
this
we
channel,
have
but
we
yeah.
have talked. Yeah, we have talked about this before. We've gone through this before, but unfortunately, the video of it is no longer available to us. So we don't have that. But yeah, this is definitely something we've gone through before. And I mean, reading those police reports is just it's a tough thing to do. It's a very tough thing to do. Mega Karen, thank you. We got super chat now. It's not something you guys need to do. We don't expect it, but we do have that now. So I just wanted to thank Karen. I don't know if everybody knows, we did get monetized this week, which is pretty cool. Thanks to all you guys. You guys are the ones that watch the videos and do all that. So thank you to everyone that's helped us get to that point. But yeah, so I mean, did he recently? So Earl recently. I don't know if is this what you're getting to? But Earl recently went to court again, didn't he?
So in I want to say February of 2019 or 18, I don't remember which now. It's been a year or so, so it must be 2018. He was arrested for the continual sexual molestation of a child under the age of 16, which turns out to be a family member, which turns out to be one of his children.
Oh my God.
So he's currently on trial for that. He has another hearing coming up, I think, on the 5th of May. It's in May, early May. So hopefully, since it's scheduled with all the COVID that's going on and all of the whatever, hopefully they'll still hold the hearing. But yeah, his trial is coming up, something that he's not going to avoid. It was something that.
So why isn't this guy already in jail?
Well, he's out on bond.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he spent a fair amount of time in jail.
Has he? Yeah.
Like
So I don't know. I'll be the first to say I'm very uneducated on the world of Earl. As I was telling you guys before we went on air, I'm very uneducated on the world of Earl. I haven't really fallen too much, but I've heard from that little bit of that one show that we did of him, and I've heard stories. But yeah, I mean he's a disgusting individual for sure.
Can I just say, though, after he was convicted of the rape, and this was back in 1985, he received a 10-year probation, I believe, on that rape. And at the same time, like the very next day, he entered a plea for the car theft, which they dropped down to unauthorized use of a vehicle. So he stayed on probation, but he violated that probation twice, and he went back to jail, and he served about 10 years actually in jail. So he was in jail the first time for about 5 years, and then the next time about 4.5 years. But he violated his probation twice. The first time he was carrying a gun. That's one of his problems, is that he's a convicted felon and he likes to carry firearms.
Yeah, that's
first time he was carrying a gun, they put him back in jail. And second time, same thing. He got caught at a park with a little 17-year-old girl naked in a car.
Oh my God.
And the police caught him there, and they dug through the car and found a gun, and they arrested him for that, and they put him back in jail for another about 4 years or so. So that was his last arrest. They didn't, pursue the statutory rape charge, because that probably would have been something that they could have done. Instead, they pursued the gun charge. So,
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I find absolutely just horrifying about him, is he is clearly a habitual sexual deviant. And I feel like we don't pay enough attention to it. At least we don't over, on our channel. The fact that he was questioned in a dozen other rape cases. And I confronted him in a conversation, asked him what's your explanation for that? And his explanation was mind-bogglingly terrible. He said, well, it's like a robbery. If you're in the area, they have to question you. Who hangs around dozens of rape scenes? That really begs the question, is he a serial rapist?
Wow.
Well, I don't know if you're aware, but he had a brother who was involved in his car thievings from the dealership that they were working at as security guards. And his brother was subsequently indicted for a rape also, I believe in about 2002. And the day after his brother was indicted, either the day after or the very day, I think they found the body the day after, but he shot himself. So he was never convicted, but he was also indicted for raping a woman.
And I have that file. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, this is the guy that PayPal Patrick hangs out with a lot. I'm sure you've seen him in some of his videos. I don't know what him and Patty's little relationship is, but yeah, they hang out a lot.
So let me
You sharing your screen?
Let me do this. I'm trying to. Hold on. Let me
the quicker this guy gets off the street, the better. Holy shit. All right, let me bring your screen on.
Okay, I think.
Should be popping up now. Yep. Glenn Cerio is a douche whistle.
All right. So we got that.
It's coming up. Yeah.
All right, cool. So you can see that, correct?
I mean, I can. It's on the list of your files. It's not popping up with.
Oh my God! Why do I have such a problem with this? Hold on, let me try again.
Oops, right. I just canceled it out. I think you have to reshare your screen.
No, I canceled it out.
All right, get it all ready and then share it.
All right, no, we got it. All right, there we go. Sorry, I'm terrible with this stream.
Yeah, I know. Okay, there we go. So can you zoom in on that?
There he is.
So who is this?
That's Dwayne.
That's his brother.
Dwayne.
That's his
Dwayne
brother.
Wharton. That's his brother. Dwayne shot himself the day after, or the day that he was indicted.
Jesus.
$20,000 bond.
Wow. DJen, you
And
guys
then,
are on your way up. Congrats on monetization. Thanks, DJen. I appreciate it. Go ahead.
Right, and that right
So
there
there's a
is
little-
the actual report from the rape.
Wow.
I believe
Yep,
it was
so, I mean-
a girlfriend or something that, or a paramour or something, girlfriend, wife, I'm not sure what, but that's where the charges stem from, an incident with her.
Huh.
And I mean, he grabbed her and handcuffed her behind her back. So, like, there's even a similar MO. That's disturbing.
Yeah. Got a little brother thing going on here, huh? They're both the same MO. They obviously discussing best on how they think they should do things. That's crazy. That's sick.
Yeah. And so I don't think a lot of people were. I wasn't aware of this until you told me, Theresa. But I mean, that's just horrifying, really.
Well, and my whole point, I guess, when I started looking into this was, that I knew that there were other auditors that, sort of worked with this guy and other female auditors that worked with this guy. And I didn't want anybody to be around him that didn't have all the information they needed.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of people that knew about his past in this auditing community who never told me, never said a word to me about what this guy was about. And that really bothered me, that I had, that I've been involved in this community for so long and that people would keep this kind of secret from other auditors that are working with these people, I mean, this guy is dangerous.
Absolutely. I mean, how can, like, it would be hard. Like, how could you sit there and watch people go around this guy knowing what he's done and not give him a heads up, That's crazy.
I don't know, but there were a lot of people in this auditing community that wanted to hide his past, most especially a lot of the Texas auditors who continue to hide his past and proclaim that these documents are all doctored and fake and that he's a, stand-up guy.
Yeah. Jesus. So I know there is auditors that still hang out with this guy, and you guys have all seen it recently. Josh Abrams was with them, and Patty's always with them. Now, how does the other people in the auditing community see this guy? Is he pretty much shunned for the most part to the auditing community, or is it kind of a thing that's not spoken about? I know I have seen a lot of this of talk about him around.
Yeah, I think over time, there's been a lot of auditors that have turned their back on him, knowing the truth about what kind of person he really is. And I think a lot of them have found out, how much of a backstabber he can be, as a matter of fact, because a lot of the rifts that are in the community were started, but specifically by Earl, trying to keep his little secrets, So you tell one auditor that this auditor said something nasty about him and stir up a whole bunch of trouble, and then you got Black Label fighting with Furry Potato, fighting with Johnny 5-0, and it all stems from Earl running his mouth in the background, telling people all these things that other people aren't really even saying.
Wow.
And I know that's kind of off on a tangent, but that's the kind of person that he is.
Yeah. Thank you, Julie.
Well, thanks, Julie. Well, I think that's something that I see a lot because obviously, like, we're not overtly fans of auditing, clearly. That's not really our stance, but we still talk to quite a few of them anyway. And it seems to be sort of like this, I'm not sure the right way to put that. It's a competitive thing, right? So if they can somehow knock one of the other auditors off and affect their popularity or their credibility, then a lot of them will do that because then it drives traffic over to their channel instead. And I think Earl is a repeat offender of that, right? Because he considers himself, what was it, the godfather of auditing, which is like deluded. Like, he's delusional.
Yeah,
but that's what he calls himself, and he really seems to want to hang tight to that like delusion, no matter what happens, what comes out about him. How much of a garbage human being that not only was he was, but he continues to be. Like, I don't see him as a rehabilitated individual at all.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is it's kind of scary, like that how many subscribers this guy has and what he is. I mean, I'm looking at, I think it's like 140K Looking it up right now. No, 186,000 subscribers he has, 638 videos. I mean, that's
Well,
a
he
lot of
doesn't have
people.
monetization on that channel anymore, so he can have
Oh,
all the
okay.
subscribers he wants. But
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube took that from him last year. Now he's got his son's channel that he has monetized and makes all of his rape money over there now.
Jesus. I mean, yeah. I mean, I hope.
I caught some slack too. Somebody had sent the comments, you know, when I compared Furry Potato statistics with his. Well, you didn't include this channel that's, you know, his son's, but it's really his. But the reason I didn't is because he won't cop to it. So, like, you're not getting that advantage now. Like, if you won't own it out in public, honestly, then, like, that's not going to be counted for you. So,
Yeah.
obviously, Furry Potato won that one just based on views. Because, I mean, subscribers is one thing, but what really matters in your analytics is your watch time and your views, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think my thing with it is I hope there's not 186,000 people that don't know about this guy that are thinking that he's some great auditing guy, you know, some great guy. You know, that's crazy. That's a lot of people to not be educated on exactly who this guy is.
Well, absolutely, and he presents himself as something that he's not in his
Yeah.
videos. Like, I know I just watched one the other day where he says he has a master's degree in psychology and that he performs some sort of studies on children. And I thought to myself, what in the hell is this freak talking about? Who would allow you around children? Who?
Yeah,
Who
and he's
in their
around
right
Patty.
mind?
And I just saw a comment a couple minutes ago saying they can't believe that Patty lets him around theirs.
Well,
Patty doesn't have one yet.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
When
Okay. Yeah. She's still
Alicia
pregnant,
is
right?
born, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if they asked Earl to babysit. Like, you know,
Oh,
that's how
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
stupid Patty is.
Yeah. Yeah. Earl. Yeah. Go ahead. I'll watch. Yeah. Go ahead. Jesus.
Little Palisha or little Palbert. I don't even know
Yeah.
what gender their child is going to be, but yeah, no, I mean, the way that he defends Earl is just like mind-boggling. I don't understand, you know, how you can, with a straight face, argue that he's not a terrible, horrible child molesting rapist because the evidence is right there. But PayPal Patty just, you know, will not acknowledge that.
I don't know if you've ever heard PayPal Patty talk about the Earl conviction, but he, you know, Earl has him convinced that he has this exculpatory evidence, and he's got some, you know, he's got the rape victim, the original rape victim, saying that the suspect was black and that the police force. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. This, if that's the word, what kind of stories Earl will craft to try to convince people of his innocence.
And Patty eats it up because he told me the same thing. And I said, well, how did you see this evidence? On a subpoena. Like, Patrick, you're not an attorney. You can't subpoena information. Like, no, this is not how that works.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he even believes it at this point or if it's just something that he says because he wants to, because I think he wants to attach to what he perceives as Earl's success, which this is not, it's not a success.
Yeah.
Get a job.
Yeah. Kate, all right. So I'm gonna take your screen off and you're gonna be pretty excited about this, Kate. DGen is coming on right now. So I got DGen, and we also got and we also got Peanut 411 coming on too.
Believes it at this point, or it's just something that he says because
DGen, what's up, man? And Peanut 411, what's up?
Hey guys, how's
it going?
What's up?
What's going on?
I don't know. So all right, so DGen, I know you obviously. Peanut 411, I'm not familiar with. I don't know if anybody else is, but I opened up the stream for people to come on. So.
Yes. You know who Peanut is.
Yes.
Do I?
Yes.
No, I've seen her. Actually, no, I've seen her in the comments, I think.
You've had conversations with this woman.
Oh, yes, I do know you. I know you by now. I saw her face. Like, oh, okay. Okay. Now I know. Yeah.
How are you?
Very good. We're talking about Earl.
I have to say, I know, but, you know, kudos to Theresa for having the courage to come up and talk about that dirty creep.
Well, thank you, Peanut.
And I apologize that you got cut off so abruptly last week. They weren't very kind to you.
All right.
That's because people like us are not popular in the auditing community. We're not
Yeah,
well liked.
Yeah.
No, it was trolls. But anyway,
Look at that. She got us on the big screen. I like that.
There we go.
Yeah. Very
I've
nice.
got you.
Very nice.
You know, I became a little bit of a punching bag of Earl's a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if y'all saw that, where actually the headline was Furry bumped and hit her head. Well, he was actually referring to me.
Huh.
So,
No, Lisa, that it was very typical the way they treated you and to try to twist things to try to make you look like something that you're not. I mean, their defense to the whole thing was that you're crazy, that you're making things up, that you're, wishy-washy. I mean, that was their defense. They don't have any defense to say, that, well, I don't know. The whole thing aggravates me because they'll admit to that they were going to send the money back. They'll admit to they handed you a check, but then all of a sudden the money's not getting back to you. And I don't understand that. So they have all these other excuses about you're crazy, you're a groupie, you're this, you're that. And I think it's typical the way they treat people that kind of go against them in any, on any level. You just go against them on any level and they want to shun you.
yeah, well, last week when PayPal Patty was so condescending and he was calling me a liar and everything.
Thank you,
I'll tell
Unchained.
I jumped with joy when I learned the next day that his channel had been taken down. And I say, it couldn't happen to a nicer kid.
Karma.
And you know what? PayPal Patty better be careful, because if he's got trolls following him, all they have to do is notify Child Protective Services, and they'll protect that child from the rapist. They'll do it for Selena.
Well, we hope that child support or support services or family services or whatever don't have to get involved with Selena. Hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
But,
I don't wish that on anyone. You hope that it doesn't get to that point.
I don't
because that's
either.
a slippery slope.
Yeah, I don't either. And that's why, as a mom and a grandma, she really should think twice of who she associates with once that child is born. And, I would stay very clear of creepy Earl. And I would, have more support from my mom if I were her. So.
Well, hopefully she's moved closer to her mother.
Yeah, I mean, I hope she's smart enough to keep her kid. I mean, they can front all they want on YouTube. They can play it off like Earl's good, but I mean, I hope she's smart enough at the end of the day to keep her kid away from something like that. I mean, that's, it doesn't matter what they say on YouTube and all that. At the end of the day, when it's just her and her kid, I hope she's smart enough to keep him away.
Yep.
Anon One News, thank you. I appreciate it. Great panel. Hi, Mass. Hi, Teresa. Peace sign. Thank you, buddy.
But is Patty smart enough to keep him away?
And you all know that I've been a supporter of the auditing community, but I don't support people like Josh or Earl or any of those other lunatics, because just the mouths on them make me cringe.
Yep.
Yeah. I see the two people in we got three people now waiting in queue to talk also.
Okay,
so yeah, Lisa, if you want to finish something up, go ahead. But then after that, I'm going to get somebody else on. But I appreciate you coming on.
All right. Thanks. You can kick me out now.
All right. Thank you, Lisa, for coming on. I appreciate it. You have a good night.
Thanks.
Take care, Lisa.
Guys.
All right. Next up is Mike C. Mike C came in next, so we're going to bring him on. DJ, what's up, man? You got anything to say? Or are you just hanging out, or?
I'm just hanging out.
All right, man. Good to have you on. Glad you're on.
Yeah.
Definitely. If anybody's not familiar with Degeneration Nation, he's got a YouTube channel. It's a great channel. Definitely go or head over there, check it out, subscribe to his channel. It's a great guy.
Good man.
I have this Glenn video almost ready to go. I definitely want Degen's input on the
Okay.
Glenn.
All right. Cool. Mike C, what's up?
Well, I am a retired police officer, 36 years.
Thank you very much for your service, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
You're quite welcome. But being 73 years old, I got to watching this stuff as I sit around waiting this virus out. And I just can't believe some of the stuff I'm seeing out of these people.
It's crazy, right?
Oh, it's well, I don't know which makes me the worst or feel the worst. These people are treating the police like they do, or some of these police officers letting them get by with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know if you saw the recent video of Glenn Cerio, the way he talked. I mean, it's all of them really, the way they all talk to the police officer. It's insane. I mean, I'm not a police officer. I respect police, but it pisses me off, and that's why we have this. That's a big thing we do on this channel is expose these idiots that are going out harassing police. And I can't imagine how it makes you, a guy that has done the job. You did the job for over 30 years. I can't imagine how it makes you feel.
Well, I was chief of detectives the last 17 years, and probably I arrested more than my share of police officers, more than I certainly wanted to, but I did make the arrest. But some of this stuff, I just can't believe. And I know things have changed and for the better as far as how police can respond. And some of these things that these people get, the police officers have screwed up in where they catch them in compromising positions and so on. But the rest of it, I mean, it just blows my mind. In fact, I have actually written to 3 different departments down in Florida since all this bunch of nuts have been down in Florida, trying to draw attention to it, to kind of forewarn them, not for them to get by with anything, but at least have somebody in the public that can speak the King's English,
Yeah. Thank you, Penelope, for your super chat. And yeah, I mean, I can't, they're down there in Miami, and you're looking around, and it's dead. I mean, Miami dead. That's a huge, it's probably a good sign that you shouldn't be walking around and doing what they're doing, and they're causing unnecessary contact that doesn't need to be made.
Well, and also I think somebody, one of you pointed this out earlier. I think in most cases, officers are trying to avoid contact now. But if I read it correctly, in Florida, when you arrive in Florida during all this, according to their governor, if you arrive in Florida from a hotspot, you have to quarantine for 14 days. And they're not even making these people wear a mask. I don't quite understand that.
I don't know that they disclosed their hotspot status, because they were in New Orleans, and that was a pretty big hotspot, and then they actually spent some time in the jail there.
Well, certainly in that one nutcase, Glenn, he West Coast.
Yeah,
he's from Washington State.
Right.
And, he's there. So yeah. So say he has contact. Thank you, Molly's mom. He has he's bringing it across the United. He's bringing it across country. It's insane.
Well, absolutely. And this is based on experience. Just by looking at that guy, that guy's dangerous. He's either going to hurt somebody or he's going to get hurt when he's. You can just tell by looking. Josh is just a nutcase. You can always tell when Josh starts talking fast that he's high on something.
Yeah.
But a piece of Glenn, that guy is spooky.
Yeah, I know that Glenn's kind of on a whole other level than Josh too. I mean, Josh is Josh, but then you got Glenn, and he's out there, and he's got it doesn't seem like he has any education on laws or anything like that. Josh pretends he does at least, but this guy, he just goes out there and name calling, twisting words. Murphy, thank you very much. Says, I'm proud of you guys. Truth and justice will prevail. Josh Abrams must be stopped. He's a narcissistic lunatic, and I know you guys will get him eventually. Thank you, Murphy. Very generous of you. Very, very generous of you.
So we do have a video of Glenn too that we'll play shortly here, because I put together some of his biggest hits. The guy, he is full on. He's just a stupid person. And one thing I noticed about him that makes me really nervous is that he constantly wants to get into the trunk of his car during traffic stops that I'm pretty sure he purposely initiates, right? If I was a police officer, I would be very uncomfortable when this guy is driving erratically, gets pulled over, and then insists upon going to his trunk.
I remember that
Constantly.
from last time we covered them. That's right. I completely forgot about that. So you just brought that up. Yeah, and that's, I mean, that's crazy. You know. Oh, hold on one second. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, Mike, as a police officer, you know, if you're on a traffic stop with a guy and he's insisting on getting into his trunk and keeps trying to get into his trunk, and that's a huge red flag.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
I think,
mean-
if I understand correctly, when they just go 10 seconds or stop him, they get a red flag on him for
Yes.
a danger to law enforcement.
Yes, he is in the system, Washington system. At least, for the very least, he's in with Seattle police and shoreside police for
And
being
Everett, and Everett, yeah.
yeah. So I would imagine it's the whole Washington system, or I don't know if it's national or not, but he's in there for being a danger to police officers.
Listen, I don't want to tie your spot up here, but thanks a lot for keeping the world a little bit sane. And hopefully one of these days somebody will step on these people.
Yeah. Well, listen, Mike, I mean, I'm glad you found us, and I appreciate you supporting us, watching us, and you're welcome to come on anytime you want.
Oh, I'll take you up on that. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah. We're looking for some insight from people from your side of it. We get a lot of the auditing side, so we're definitely looking for to have somebody on here and there to get the other side perspective.
Can I ask him a question before he goes?
Absolutely, Teresa. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm curious though, because you're a former police officer and pretty high up, I guess, in being a police officer. But what do you? I mean, and you apparently kind of enjoy these videos. But I'm asking, I guess, when you see something that police officers that do in these videos that are bad, you're just as incensed, I would imagine, and that's what I'm asking. Are you just as incensed as if you see the auditor doing something bad?
Absolutely. Now, as luck would have it, about the worst thing I've seen since I've been watching these is a cop sleeping or making a complete ass out of himself by letting them lead him around by the nose and quoting laws that are not laws, and the cops sitting there nodding their head and agreeing. But yeah, I have no use for a cop.
Right, and I wanted to just point that out because I think a lot of police officers, especially good cops, see these videos that way. They are just as incensed when they see a police officer behaving badly as they are when they see the auditors behaving badly. And I just kind of wanted to point that out. That's something that I've noticed over the years of following this.
Yes, ma'am, because people look at it as an overall thing. They think one bad cop, they're all like that. But as far as I'm concerned, there's two bad cops. That's a bad cop and a dumb cop. And both of them just embarrassed me to death. But let me tell y'all something that you may or may not find interesting. Since I retired from the police department, I'm a paranormal investigator. So
oh wow,
I love that. I love that.
We're gonna
oh
have to have you on for that sometime. Oh, you just double whammied us, man.
Get in my inbox.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, if you can, I'm gonna definitely get it in the email. We can figure out a way to get your contact. You don't have to put it out on air, obviously, but we'll figure out a way to get in touch, and we'll definitely we want to do a show on that. So
okay, well, I sent you. We exchanged emails here a while back. I was going nuts listening to people, and I just talked to somebody since. So
yes. You went into our info at Masshole Report, right? Yes, I do have you. So we'll get in touch with you because I would absolutely love that. That's been one of my aspirations, actually.
Yeah, Kate's been wanting to do a show
stuff.
on paranormal. Kate's been wanting to do a show on paranormal activity for a while now.
And we did it for a while back. So
yeah, listen, Mike. Unfortunately, you're breaking up, man.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're breaking up. All right, well, listen, we'll get in touch with us, definitely. Email us again. Otherwise, Kate will find your email, and we'll talk, and we'll get you back on the show.
I'll email him.
All right, cool.
Hey, you all have one leave.
All right, thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Penelope, thank you again.
right.
What's Glenn's story? We're going to show you a little bit what Glenn's story is here right now. Sasquatch, Officer Oak, we see you in there. We're just going to play this video real quick. I'm going to bring Sasquatch on right now, but we're gonna watch this video real quick first, Sasquatch, before we get into anything. But bring it on, Sasquatch. What's up, man? You're
It's
in
10 minutes of it.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna play this video.
Very cool.
Let me see. Sasquatch. All right.
My information back.
You guys can hear it, right?
Use the ticket. I'll take my information back.
All right,
Yep.
I did it right tonight.
I refuse the ticket. I refuse the ticket. Do not hand me the ticket. Where's your sergeant?
We don't have a ticket. You can walk in when he gets here, but
I refuse your ticket. I have a choice. This is America. I don't know where the fuck you come from. This is America. I have a choice.
No, you don't.
Nope.
Go back to your bike and wait for the sergeant. I'll take my driver's license, registration, and car insurance. I will not accept the ticket.
I gave you your insurance card back on the initial contact. So.
Okay, so I will not accept the ticket. It's a bogus ticket. It's a lie.
What's a lie?
Your ticket is a lie. You are a fraudster. You are an absolute fraudster.
How so?
I've paid my toll. So you can go shove it up your ass.
But we're not in a toll lane, sir.
You have not showed me signs to show it has ended. So you are in the wrong.
Well, how am I supposed
You are in the wrong.
sign when we're south?
Go back to your bike.
Wow, that's
Do you understand what
ridiculous.
happened here?
No, I do not. Actually, I want to explain to you what happened. I know you're.
Let me just stop right there. You'll have your chance to explain it in court. Okay. So that we're done here.
We're not done here.
Yeah, we are.
No, I'm filing criminal charges.
Here's your stuff.
He threatened. He threatened to rip me out of the car.
Okay.
He
Oh
threatened.
my God.
So what is your name? What is your name and badge number? Colin.
Owned
Man.
again. This guy seems to get owned a lot by cops, huh?
Man, if
Yeah,
I
he does.
spoke to cops like this when I was that age, my parents would have my head.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Right.
insane the way he talks to them. Like, what? Who does he think he is to talk to people like that? I mean, not just college, anybody. Like, you don't talk to people like the way he does.
He's
Insane.
Boy,
He's
he
a big
took
fat-
charge of that situation.
Yeah.
He's a big fat guy, so we think he can intimidate people.
Yeah. Well, I've been talking to people that say that this is kind of the way he's always been, but that's a story for another day. But
Trust and believe we are compiling information on our dear new friend Glenn. Yeah.
I've met a few different people in Glenn Cerio's life recently, and very interesting stories. But here at Masshole Report, we try to stick to what we can prove, so we won't talk about that stuff just yet. But yeah.
That's the guy that left Florida.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't work as police, and I haven't.
Oh, so cops aren't smart people, is what you're saying?
They could be. They could be.
Really?
Smart ones.
Well,
And,
you should be pretty sure of yourself if you're going to make that kind of statement. If you're not.
well, I didn't say all cops are. So I think you're baiting me. Is what I think.
I'm showing you where where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. And then you're going to do what else?
Murphy, we didn't get any video of Josh and Glenn breaking up, unfortunately.
And this is a public
Maybe they'll
building,
come out with
so I have to
some.
leave.
This is federal.
It's federal building.
That would be epic.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I missed that. They broke up.
Yeah. Murphy, did you send us another $100? Is that two? Jesus.
Where are we heading?
So, right over here.
Thank
Sorry, don't touch
Thank
me.
you, buddy, if you did.
Where is it?
Well, you and your
Where?
first skill can walk right over there, and you'll see it.
Okay,
Right there.
sure.
Just walk there.
This is about to
Get
get
all the
real, I
COVID.
can tell.
Oh,
being
this
way
is
too quiet.
awful what he says. This is awful what he says. Just wait for it.
Murphy for president.
Can you explain to me where it says you can't record? But you're the one that. No photography. Right. So that trumps law. Oh, you want to open it for me? You can open it. You're the door greeter, right? I actually do. Yeah. I was going to go to IRS.
Oh, we got cameras of mass
Was I?
destruction
How do
in
you,
our
how do you,
comments. Thanks for the view, buddy. I appreciate it. We appreciate your support.
do you know policy doesn't trump law? First Amendment protected activity? You understand that, right? That you're in the wrong?
Well, you can take that to court, and
I don't need to take it to court because I'm a YouTuber and 1 million people are going to watch this and they're going to call your building and flood it.
1 million people.
I love when they use that excuse. It's like,
He's a
so?
YouTuber. He's a YouTuber, and a million people are gonna watch this.
Yeah, no, like
Right.
100 people are
So
gonna watch
hot.
it, and we're all fucking laughing at you.
Yeah.
And even so, who cares? What's that
Hey,
really gonna do?
so everybody, take a moment here. Cameras of mass destruction. This guy worships the ground that Josh Abrams walks on. So let's all say hello to cameras of mass destruction, the biggest sheep of them
Hey,
all.
boo.
Yeah.
Hi, sweetheart.
Thanks for the view. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Cupcake.
Thanks for
You
stopping by.
DTF?
Yeah.
Welcome to your
He's
delusional
sucking
life.
he's sucking on the AFA teat.
Welcome to your delusional life.
Yeah, yeah.
What's called, and they're gonna laugh at you. Yeah, go ahead, no problem. Good luck. Good luck. Go back to Africa. Go back to Africa.
Oh my
He
God.
is
Wow.
the most racist piece of shit.
Yep.
Yep.
I told him I'm gonna check my vehicle for registration, car insurance. He asked me if I had any weapons. I said, "Do you want to search the vehicle before I enter it?" He says, "No." I said, "Okay." So I'm checking it. I find my car
Riding
insurance.
home, Bo. There's
The
your
guy with
shout
the
out,
glasses
buddy.
says, "We're done. We're done." He starts
Been asking.
screaming, "We're done. We're done. Get back in your car now. Get back in your car." And he starts holding his vest like a tactical formation. So basically, they're playing like a double jeopardy role where they're telling me to get my stuff, and then when I'm starting to find it, they tell me, "Get back in my car."
Okay, so how can I help you?
I need to go
The
get my
stop is not
registration first
happening.
of all, so he doesn't write me a ticket for not having registration, because I do have registration. Secondly, he said I was speeding. I told him I went around the guy that was going 5 miles an hour.
Okay, so I'm not here to adjudicate the situation.
Well, you're his sergeant. You're his commanding officer.
Excuse me, sir.
What's
Can
that?
I talk?
I'm talking.
Fight this in
I'm
court, not on the side of the road.
Yeah,
You're his
right? Like, this
commanding
isn't a
officer.
courtroom.
You're supposed to reprimand him. If he's doing wrong, you're supposed to reprimand him. So if you think you're playing adjudicator, you're not. You're playing your role. Your role as a commanding officer is to oversee your officers. So if you're not willing to do that, then someone else will do that.
What a fat tool.
I love his list.
A citation from the officer.
This is funny. I've seen this.
On citation that will show you how you can challenge the citation. If it's an infraction, you'll be able to submit that and request a hearing to contest it.
Obviously,
I am not here to contest whether you committed the infraction or not.
so. First of all, if he writes me a ticket for not having registration, he can go to jail for 5 years. That's perjury. That's
Oh my
Do I have
God.
it?
No.
I want my registration. First of all,
You want your registration?
yes,
Where is your registration?
it's in the back, I believe. I tried to open the door. He wouldn't step away from the hatch so I could open the door. It's on video. It's all on video. So
Okay.
if he writes me a ticket for not having registration, I'm gonna file a lawsuit.
Deal.
Deal?
Yeah, good luck
And
with
so most normal people, they get a ticket, they don't agree with it. They, you quietly take, okay, officer, yep, I'll see you in court at the most. You go to court and you fight it. You file a lawsuit, 5 years in jail for perjury, or write me a ticket I don't agree with.
Well, why is his registration in the trunk?
Yeah, see, that's weird. I think I remember this from looking at him before. I took a look at Kate and I. We both took a look at him back. I think it was like in December of 2019. So about a while back. And I remember watching these videos, and he had a while between all of his videos where he was it seemed to me, and I think Kate, you'll agree, it seemed like he was putting his documents in the back of his car and purposely getting pulled over, and then trying to, for whatever reason, allow him to get his documents out of the trunk. It's very weird.
That's wrong.
It's unsettling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's creepy. I mean, whether there was something more nefarious behind it or not, he was trying to test them to see if they would let him do it. I don't know, but I mean, that's just a weird thing to do.
That's a big red flag right there.
Yeah.
Hey, 1 million people to watch him, man. I'm happy if I get 50.
Yeah, I mean, we got 277 right now. That's pretty damn good. 1 million. I mean, whew, he's doing big things over there, I guess. But all right, we got about 4 more minutes of this stuff, and I'm hoping that there's one video I remember from back then that I'm hoping is in here because it was a good one.
He took that one down.
Oh, he did?
I tried to get it, but he took it down. Yeah.
The one
yeah.
okay. All right. Yeah.
Can I
Gas
say
station
something about
one,
when?
right?
Yes,
What
yes.
I'm going to step out of my vehicle and get my registration.
No, you can stay in your vehicle.
I can?
Yes.
Okay. And who are you?
I'm Sergeant Ross with the Everett Police Department, like I
Yeah.
already told you.
Okay. What's your badge number?
1330.
1330. So you're refusing me to get my registration?
Yes, sir. We have the right to have you stay in your vehicle
Uh-huh.
if you feel like it's the safest situation.
Why
And
don't
right
you?
now, based on the situation, I think you staying here is fine.
Yeah.
The officer doesn't need your registration right now.
Well, if he writes me a ticket, that's illegal. That's totally illegal.
That's your opinion. Like I said,
It sounds like you're on kind of a favoritism side. So it sounds like you might be a little bit corrupted.
Another YouTube lawyer.
You sound
A little bit corrupted.
so far, I'm going off of what you said.
No, you sound corrupt. You sound really corrupt. Because anyone would let you get out of your car and get your registration. And this guy with the glasses told me to get back in my car. And you guys have a reputation for shooting people. Just like, so.
Did he get dropped on his head when he was a kid?
Reputation on your hands.
Okay, so
Possibility.
is there something that
I'm shocked he hasn't called him a tyrant yet.
help you with?
Yeah, I mean, he's going on this officer, but at the same time, like this cop should have just been like, "All right, buddy, have it go one long time ago." He's just sticking around way too long.
He's talking about a police officer, like the cops, like being like they're shooting everybody, but he wants to escalate it and go to his trunk, which makes it worse. So he's making no fucking sense.
Yeah.
I can comment on why the cop's standing there after the video.
Okay. Yeah. That'd be. Oh, that's right.
Do you want to go in the back and get my registration?
No, we don't need your registration, like I said.
You don't need my registration.
Not
He
right
just
now.
asked for my registration.
I did not ask for your registration.
He did. We need your registration, your driver's license, your car insurance. I
Okay.
provided 2 of those.
So we've moved on past that. Anything else?
What do you mean you removed past that? Are you
don't
writing?
need your registration, like I told you.
Is he writing me a ticket for it?
I don't know what ticket he's writing.
Are you going to go find out from your officer?
No, I'm not.
That's your job.
No, it is not.
It is your job to
No, it is
investigate.
not.
Your job's not to hover over me,
You asked me to be here.
right? To keep your cops in check.
I'm not going to come here and tell
Right.
an officer not to write you a ticket if he has
Uh-huh.
a probable cause for that violation.
He can write me a ticket. Doesn't mean it's going to stick. But if he writes me a ticket for no registration, that's illegal. And that just makes your precinct look that much more worse.
So what if he doesn't write you a ticket for no registration?
Then he needs to figure out what he's going to write me a ticket for because I did not.
Do you have your citation ready? Okay, you ready for your citation?
I'm refusing it at this moment.
Oh, well, that explains it. He was waiting
you
for
can
the ticket.
refuse
I
it.
didn't
It's
know
still
that.
the citation.
Right, I'm refusing it.
Well, I'm glad that you're recording so that you can record the citation that we're
Right.
attempting to give you.
We got both of my business.
I don't need your card.
And my partner.
I don't need your card. I already have your badge number and name.
And your insurance. And
I would
we
have just dropped it in the
either
car.
a traffic,
Yeah.
violation citation and a criminal citation. Okay. You are.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that he was still waiting on the citation to be written, and I'm guessing that officer was standing at the car to make sure he didn't do anything crazy while the other officer was writing the citation.
Well, no, he had called for the sergeant. He had
Yeah.
called for the sergeant, and then
Okay.
just, continues to berate the sergeant for being there after he was called out.
Yeah.
Because this guy literally has the grasp of the law that like a third grader would. Like, I don't like it, therefore it's illegal.
Yeah. Yeah. Officer Oak, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, pretty much like you said. Meanwhile, the officer was typing the citation. Since he was already out there, I'm sure he was just standing by the window to make sure that guy didn't do anything crazy. In the system, it's called NCIC, and that's where they put the warning. And when they run the name, it'll come back with a warning that I don't know if he had the warning at this time. It'll say use 10-0, which is approach with caution for that individual. And generally, they're already rolling another unit to begin with if that comes out over the radio.
Okay.
Another thing is when they don't want to sign the tickets, some department, I mean, everywhere's different because it goes state by state, city by city. My city in particular, if you don't want to sign your ticket, then you have to come to the police department and pay it in full. I mean, like you get arrested like for running a stop sign and pay the ticket in full, and then you're released.
Okay.
But I guess
Yeah, I don't know. In Massachusetts, you don't have to sign tickets; they just give it to you, and that's that. So I'm not really familiar with the whole signing the ticket thing.
if you don't take it and you don't want to sign it like he's acting like, that ticket tells you your court date. So if you don't acknowledge that you have a court date that date and then you don't show up, it would be hard for them to give you a warrant for failure to appear.
Yeah, so Massachusetts, they give you the ticket. Then you have, I think it's 20 or 21 days to either pay it or send it in to get a court date, and then they send you back a letter with when your court date is, and then you go to that.
Gotcha. Yeah, we put our tickets on. We put our court date on the ticket.
Okay, all right. Now, how does that work? So every day, you at the beginning of your shift, you get all your court dates are going to be this day, or how does that work?
We have a list, and for like 10 days, the court date will be on this day, and then for the next 10 days, the court date will be on the next.
That's interesting. Yeah, I always wondered how that worked. All right, let's finish this out. We got about 2 more minutes.
Free to go.
A criminal citation?
You're correct.
For what?
For reckless driving.
That's a lie.
Okay.
That's a
There you
lie.
go.
That's a lie. So you put it on my car. That's illegal.
Anything else?
Yeah, you just put it on my vehicle. I didn't let you give you permission to put it in my car.
Anything else you need from me?
He says I'm criminal charges now. That's illegal.
Okay. Anything else that you have to add?
I need you
This guy
to
is ridiculous.
report that officer.
Illegal.
I'll report.
Okay, if you want to file a complaint, you can feel free to come into the North Precinct at 3002 Wetmore.
I will do
Avenue.
that.
Leave the addresses on the citation there.
I will do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Where's the criminal citation?
There are two papers.
Okay, this is the infraction. I believe if you flip that over on the other sheet, that's
Reckless
criminal
driving.
violation,
That's a
and
lie.
There's a court
Wow.
date on there.
That is a lie.
Looks like it is November 27th.
Wow. Your
2019,
precinct
8:30
is
in the morning.
scumbags.
Okay.
Scumbags. Don't shoot people like me, okay?
Jesus.
You know, I always
Can I
thought
just
near
point out that he
legal.
said is? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh.
What were you saying?
I always thought that an illegal was a sick bird.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Your precinct is scumbags. Like
Yeah, that's
the
how he
grammar
ends it.
abortion. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It
All
would be our scumbags. It's
Yeah.
plural, Glenn.
So that's it. He
I
just
fucking
drives
hate
off after this.
The
So
word
that's
police
that.
should lock him up for the way he talks. My God.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad. So bad.
Yeah. So that video was interesting.
I mean,
mean-
I think that Glenn is going to become our new number one enemy. I really, Glenn, I know that you're going to watch this at some point.
Yeah,
if you're
he
not here
hasn't.
already.
I know
don't
he-
like you.
I know. So it's important to bring this up. So we just did a video on him. I got someone that told me that he was threatening to copyright us, which is funny because he's a First Amendment activist, right? Freedom of speech, and he's all about running his mouth and saying whatever he wants about whoever he wants. But the second somebody dares to talk about him, he has an issue with it. And to his credit, he hasn't done it, but we'll see.
Or
We'll
it
see what
hasn't
he
come
does.
through. Either way, it's fair
Yeah.
use. Look up the fucking
Yeah.
law.
He's going along the lines of Mexican Padilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep, he is.
just keeps getting in trouble. He's getting in trouble and getting in trouble. Instead of letting things cool off for a bit, he just keeps going.
It's another case of rules for thee, but not for me.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious he's just trying to keep this guy out his window for as long as he can, and just just be an asshole to
Well,
him.
he's making it about him instead of reporting what it's about. I mean, that's how you can tell the frauditors from the auditors. The auditors don't make the story about themselves.
Yeah. Real quick, I saw.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah,
If you're
go
gonna-
ahead,
oh,
Kate.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
If you're gonna, be a quote unquote citizen journalist, whatever the fuck that means, you want to report the news. You don't want to be the news. That's an excellent point, Sasquatch.
Yeah.
And Busy Bee says, and this is surprising, First Amendment activists out to suppress free speech. I don't like when we say that because YouTube is a private platform. platform. Okay, like the First
Yeah.
Amendment essentially protects us from the government coming in and censoring our speech. The government is
Yeah,
not
and
trying to do that.
And that's not the main thing.
And copyright laws.
Correct.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and copyright laws are important. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want anybody to come and rip off our content, our intellectual property, our, I guess, budgeting brand or whatever you want to call it. I would protect that. I would expect other people to do that too. But we take videos and use them under fair use. We edit them. We offer commentary. We transform them. It has a different meaning than the original content put out. So
we're using
I don't
them
believe
to.
that.
Yeah, we're using them to educate all of you on how bullshit artists these people are. There's
Well,
multiple reasons why that cover this under fair use. We went through this. We already went through this with Nomad, and guess what? Our video's back up because it's fair use.
Well, it sucks to get blocked, but and YouTube is private. It's basically you're inviting somebody into your house, and if you don't like what they're saying, you can get blocked. I mean,
yeah. And on the flip side of that, I mean, if you're gonna go on YouTube and run your mouth like that, and you got to expect for people to criticize you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not everyone's gonna agree with you when you go out doing shit like that. A lot of people aren't.
I mean, I try not to block people, but there's ones that come in and just all they want to do is cause a ruckus, create trouble. And hey, I don't have time for that. My listeners, the few that I got, don't have time for that. I mean, I don't have very many people watching, but hey, it happens.
What kills me is they make the story. They'll in Broward County when they went to the jail and they were messing with that guy on the side by side, and they were complaining about some bags in the back of the side by side, and the officer on his Power DMS. Power DMS is a system that we use for training and getting information out amongst the department. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this guy's crazy. And for those of you,
Glenn is going down with Glenn. So auditing the USA. You done pissed off the wrong people here.
Yeah, pretty much. And for those of you that weren't around in the very beginning of the show, Glenn Cerio has taken the rental car and left Josh Abrams in Florida. He got sick of his shit. I guess Josh was treating him bad, kind of the same thing he did to No Name. And he took the rental car, went to the airport,
I don't even
went home.
believe it. I don't even think Josh was being that bad to him, to be fair. I just think that Glenn's a pussy.
Yeah. But I mean, I did hear Josh ragging on Glenn a little bit in his videos. Nothing crazy. They're just making fun of him saying he peed. Well, they were saying he peed in the pool. Did you hear him saying that Glenn peed in the pool?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's funny.
First of all, Josh is just a dick anyway.
Yeah, no, I know. All right, so Sergeant Doofy, I'm gonna pop you off for a second, and then bring you back in after, because we have now this guy. All right, this is gonna be interesting. This guy is a hardcore follower of Josh Abrams. He's a mod. He's got the wrench. He lives, eats, sleeps, dreams, drools over Josh Abrams, and he's gonna come on right now. I don't know. He might just troll. This might be a real quick thing, but I would like to.
I gotta go.
Okay, all right.
I'll say something that I'll regret later. So I don't want no part of it.
I would like this kid to come on and actually have a conversation with us about why he supports Josh Abrams. But let's see if he's capable of doing that.
Let's take bets on if it's gonna happen.
Cameras.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
So what's going on? How come you want to come on? What do you want to say?
I just have a question. Why do you guys follow auditors but hate what they do? You guys are constantly watching. I just wonder, why?
Frauditors.
Yeah,
we don't mind auditors that actually audit, but most of the ones that we cover here and Masshole Report covers are frauditors. They don't care about the First Amendment. They're there just to incite.
Now, do you hear us talk shit about all auditors? Do you see us attacking every single auditor in the auditing community? Or do you see us attacking a select few that we call frauditors.
I do see that.
Okay. Now, have you seen the documents and everything that we now you see us as trolls? Is that a fair statement?
I see some of you guys as trolls. I do.
Okay. Now, do you see us on here? I mean, we do talk shit. We talk a fair amount of shit. But do you see the documents we post? Do you see the police reports we post? Do you see the bullshit that we expose from Josh Abrams, that you continually go back to his page and follow him and mod him and share his PayPal link over and over and over again?
Well, that is though.
What is it that you don't understand about the shit that we post about him? What is it that you think that we're bullshitting about? Because it's all true.
I mean, like, Josh, okay, so with him losing his wallet, you guys have, like, proof. Like, I mean, you guys had a phone conversation with this jail or whatever, but, like, that's all hearsay, though. You know what I mean? Like, nobody was there.
Okay, so draw your own conclusion. That's fine.
Exactly.
Just draw your own conclusion. We put it out there. You make a determination.
Yeah, but no
Where
name
is
said
this
the same
inventory
thing.
that he's been talking, that he's been promising to show? Where is all this evidence of his wallet, of his video? Where is the video of them getting arrested and walking into the jail? Where is that? Because the video goes all the way into booking, right? No, it doesn't. Where is the evidence of the inventory? Where is the evidence of all these complaints that he did? Because he says he has them. He says he's going to post them and do a video on them, but he never does.
Hold on, and Cameron. I'm sorry,
my question
but
is-
that is the.
Is why haven't you guys filed a public records request to get all the sheets of the inventory and
I
whatnot?
would love to do that right now,
listen,
but it's hard to do right now, but we will.
No, and besides that, you're shifting the burden of proof here, and that's a common diversion tactic. You are asking us, and by extension, I suppose Abrams is asking us, to prove a negative. You can't prove a negative. At this point, we are saying that it is highly suggestive that he did not lose that wallet, right? So now the burden of proof would shift onto him to prove that he did, which would be easily proven by that inventory sheet that he has yet, just like a lot of the other evidence that he claims to have but never comes up with, he has yet to produce, right? So you cannot come to us and expect us to prove a negative. You can't do that. The burden of proof is now on him to prove the affirmative.
Why is it on him though? I mean,
because he's the one saying it. He's the one. He didn't have to say. He didn't have to tell anybody that he lost his wallet. Okay, but he did, and he made up a huge fucking story about it. So now he's got to back that story up if he gets called out on it. Hey, if you lost your wallet and the police really stole your wallet and you really had proof of that and it really happened, wouldn't you be so fucking quick to post that shit as fast as possible to get that shit out there and let everybody know?
And that's what he did. I mean, he did.
No, he didn't. Where is it? Where is the inventory? Where is all this paperwork?
So how are you going to explain though then the jail driving them an hour away or whatever?
I don't know. How do we even know they did that? What, because he told us, so it happened? No. You know how many times we have proved Josh Abrams, what he says on his channel is complete fucking bullshit? And you're just going to take Josh Abrams' word? No, we don't play that game.
Don't take anyone's word. Don't take anyone's word at face value. You need to have some sort of
don't even take our word.
Evidence.
We give you more than our word. We give documentation. Have you seen all the shit that we have posted on Josh Abrams in the past?
Yeah, but you guys just like go after just Josh though, and you guys don't go. You know what I'm trying to
talk about Earl. We just talked about Glenn. We talk about friggin' Auditing America. We talk about Will Turbot. We don't just talk about Josh. Come on now, buddy.
I'm sick of talking about Josh for what it's worth.
That's
doing some shit. Every time we go to stop, he starts again.
Like go into chat rooms and be like, "Oh, PayPal Patty this and PayPal Patty that." Like you guys hate these people, but continually talk about them. Does that make sense?
People need to know that they're scammers.
Yeah, because they are the poison and we are the antidote. That's why. Because they will continue to tell lies and fleece people out of their hard-earned money, and we're there to be the plausible deniability. We're there to balance it and say, no, this is the truth. If you still want to donate after that, like, it's a free country. You are free to be as fucking dumb as you please, but at least you are informed when you're being an idiot.
Correct. And you cannot have an auditing channel and go, quote-unquote, hold police accountable if you're not going to hold yourself accountable and you're going to bullshit your way through it. That's not how it shouldn't work like that. And that's why we're here. We're here to expose that.
And harassment is not holding police accountable.
Correct. I give you credit, man, for hopping right in the Lions.
Maybe you guys don't like the.
But you're completely denying the fact that we have So you've seen. You're not answering my question. Have you seen all the documents that we have posted about Josh Abrams?
No, and I'm honestly not even really. I think I just subscribed to this channel like a day ago, so I haven't really went through all the documents and all that bullshit.
You'd be really
if you
surprised.
want, email us info@massholereport.com. We'll just email it over to you. We'll save you sifting through stuff. I have no problem doing that. And at the end of the day, if you want to support the guy beyond it, like we're not going to hammer you over the head for it. But
so my question: do you guys support doxing people then and saying, here's Josh's mom's phone number, call her? And
have we done that? Is that what you're
absolutely
suggesting?
not. Absolutely not.
Are you suggesting that we've done that?
Questions I have. I mean,
are you suggesting that we have doxed Josh Abrams' mother? Because we have not.
No, I'm not saying.
And if you want to talk about doxing, I mean, I've seen a lot of no-name doxing going on. I mean, we don't dox. I don't know where you're coming up with the fact that we doxed Josh Abrams' mother, but that is not the case. We redact information from our documents all the time.
At face value, your question, no, we do not support doxing. That's I'm not really interested, particularly on this channel. Now that we have our own channel, and everything, we don't want to just go revert to ad hom attacks or anything dirty or underhanded or stuff like that. Josh Abrams' mother's phone number has absolutely no bearing on what we're trying to do here. So no, we don't support that.
All right, that's awesome. That was just my question that I had.
So I have another question. Are you aware?
Mitch is fired up here.
Are you aware that the person you support, the person you have a wrench for, the person whose PayPal account that you share, are you aware they're currently out on bail for an armed robbery charge where allegedly he entered a convenience store, held up a 15-year-old child, and took his cell phone? Allegedly, that's what the police report says. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that fact when you share his PayPal and you support his channel and watch his videos?
Have you ever seen me post? I have posted his PayPal one time.
All right, it's one too many.
Okay.
My God, it's like Pitbull Mitch. No, I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna support. I've said
he didn't answer my question.
He said he only shared it once.
No, but that wasn't my question. My question was if he was aware of those charges that he is out on bail on when he watches his channel, supports it.
Right, but I mean, is he proven guilty of these charges?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I mean, so I can't really talk on.
But it's never his fault, though, right? I mean, it's always somebody else. The police reports are always not right. The people are always lying. The people are always leaving them. It's never Josh Abrams' fault.
And it's always retaliation.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on this road for a little bit, and I've never been left in a state that I don't live in, and arrested, and usually you wind up in those predicaments when you're messing up.
I mean, I've been arrested, but it was never retaliation.
Because you were messing up, right? I mean, it just what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, generally, anytime that I've been arrested or detained or had any interaction with the police, I was, in some way breaking a law, and they were doing their job, and it was an interaction that was based on their professional capacity and my fuck up, and that was that.
And if anything, these videos prove that cops aren't going around shooting people. I mean, these guys are acting pretty suspicious and doing some weird stuff.
Yeah, thank you,
Lord. They haven't been shot yet.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, I'm sorry if I get all fired up, but like you could do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care what you do, but we're not our answer to your question about why we continuously cover these people is because we see through the bullshit, and when they stop proving things to us, then we'll back off them. But until then, we're calling their bullshit.
And we've actually made some assertions about Josh that he was later able to disprove, that we have gone back and corrected. Like,
correct.
We
buying
were
sub.
Convinced he was buying subscribers, and he showed us our analytics, and we were fair and said, okay, we were wrong, and he showed us he's not buying subscribers. It's not personal. Like, I've had personal conversations. I wouldn't say personal conversations, but I've talked like a human being to Josh Abrams. I don't shit all over him, one-on-one. I don't think that he's any less human than I am. I just absolutely despise what he's doing right now. And if he turned over tomorrow and got a job and stayed the fuck off the internet with this bullshit, I would be absolutely happy with it. You know, I would never speak of him again.
Easy. Thank you.
And I don't hate people who expose bad people whatsoever. I do not hate people that want to expose people for being fakes or whatever. But if you have proof to back it up, then
Dude.
that's good.
How many times have we? I don't know what else you want us to do, man. I mean, how many times have we backed shit up with him?
Well, to be fair to him, he hasn't really seen a lot of your.
All right, yeah.
So I'd say no.
Well, maybe we need to. Okay, maybe I mean that stuff is on the old channel. Maybe we need to go through this again.
Make a playlist.
Maybe we need to reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should reboot.
Because he does have a lot
still
more
have all the
subscribers
documents.
than he did back then.
Yeah, I mean,
For some reason.
which is just, you know, mind blowing. But like,
Yeah.
So Rhode Island Van Man says you gave him much more respect than he's ever gave you. Yeah, that's because I can't control the level of respect that other people give me, but I like to give everybody a baseline level of respect.
So cameras. Let me ask you this. So what is your impression of the reason why Josh was in jail recently for so long? What do you think that reason is?
I'm gonna be honest. When I found out all this stuff and with, you know, the bond money and all that, I was kind of turned off from his channel. Most definitely I was. But at the same time, like, nobody was producing, you know, PayPal receipts or anything like that. So I kind of was like stuck in the middle. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, actually, do me a favor and just name one time he has ever shown any paperwork for anything. Or has it always been just his word?
I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, he himself is an individual, and you can't sit there and make him produce anything.
If he's gonna make a YouTube channel, and he wants to
Demanding
make
accountability.
claims demanding accountability for all, then yes, we're gonna do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know it's time that he produced the document, but then he went and read it completely wrong when he had that fight with.
Yeah, there was that. Yeah, that time that he got in a fight with good old Billy Tibbetts, and he ad-libbed some words in there saying that he got the best of him, which wasn't even on the document. Which, by the way, we proved wrong when we actually did post the document, and that's just another instance of sometimes something we've.
Cameras, I have a question for you.
Bullshit. Yeah, go ahead.
Cameras, so like watching Josh's videos and stuff, I mean, you don't think it's wrong how they treat people? I mean, like you watching a lot of other auditors, people that, Masshole doesn't go after, and they're pretty respectful. I mean, they just walk around with a camera and they're just there. And if something goes wrong, then I guess they do their auditing stuff. But I mean, it is what it is. They just kind of let it happen naturally. Josh, on the other hand, I mean, he's really aggressive. I mean, and if you look at Glenn as well, the most recent one where they're pretty much harassing people who are trying to do a job. I mean, like, you don't think that's wrong?
Which videos are we talking about where they're harassing people?
Well, I mean, take your pick. Like,
I mean, what do you consider harassment, though? I mean, them going up and talking to cops is not really harassment. I mean,
all right. So let's take. I mean, with that, like Oak said, I mean, what video do you pick? But let's take a recent one, for instance. It was either last night or the night before. The homeless guy in Miami. Okay, they walk up on that scene and just put themselves right in the middle of it. And come on now, that officer was not kicking that guy in a malicious way. He was nudging the guy to try and wake him up because he was sleeping, passed out drunk at the gas station. They twisted it and made it something that it wasn't.
Shoot, in Florida, the guy could have been dead and thrown out of a car. They could have been making sure he was alive.
So, with that, though, is if they were interfering in all this, why did the cops not arrest them, put them in handcuffs for this?
They should have. But, okay, it's one thing.
They get away with a lot.
Yeah, it's one thing if they were going to get out of the car, stand there off to the side. Okay, I understand 15 feet, all that bullshit. But it would be one thing if they stood there like a fly on the wall and cop watched, not cop get in the middle involved, because that's what they do, and
So,
that's
did
not
you-
right.
You know, have you ever heard of
Do you
Trump?
think that it's appropriate to? I mean, would you go up to a stranger and tell him to suck your dick, call them a piece of shit, completely unprovoked, just because? If you see a guy in a McDonald's uniform, does it give you the right because he's in uniform to tell him that he's a faggot?
Well, I mean, you have free speech, so I mean, I'm not gonna say you can't do anything.
No.
Because you can
You-
say something means
free
you should
speech
do it.
again.
Is it morally right?
And there are laws. There are fighting words. There is harassment. There are limits to what we like to say free speech. That just means the government cannot come in and interfere with your right to express your opinions within reason, as long as it's not obstructing or inciting or causing an issue or a disturbance. Right? That does not mean that you can go up to anybody and call them a flaming piece of shit and have no consequences for those actions. It's freedom of speech. It's not freedom of consequences from that speech.
I don't agree with calling people racial slurs, gay slurs, or anything like that. I don't agree with that whatsoever.
What did you think about Glenn telling that guy to go back to Africa?
No,
That's,
I don't agree.
That's terrible.
Call the Chinese guy, he called a Chinese guy a racial slur the other day too at the motel owner. I mean,
Yeah, completely. Like, these people aren't doing anything. It's completely unprovoked. And just because somebody is wearing a uniform does not then entitle you to speak to them however you please. It's basic human respect.
I mean, me personally, I've had cops try to fight me in jail. So, I mean, I'm gonna treat a cop however the way they me and address me.
You had cops try to fight you in jail?
Yes, I have.
Cops in jail.
Yes.
the corrections officers just let him on in and fight you?
So I was getting booked in, and this cop says, "All right, the cuffs are off. Do what you're gonna do." And he says, "You're not gonna hit me. It's on my channel if you want to look at it." But
what did you do before that?
Right. He just why would he say the cuffs are off? Do what you're going to do.
So I was drinking, right? I was underage. My friends
There
were
you go.
All right, listen, you got to listen to the story, okay?
Go ahead.
I was drinking. I was waiting for my I thought I was getting sick, so I went outside. Because my friends were pulling in home from work. So I walked to the side of the house. I wasn't, in the street running, hooping, hollering, whatever. And I noticed they were getting pulled over. So I started walking towards the house because you're not allowed to interfere with police stops, right? Basic knowledge. But this cop that has had a hard on for me came running after me saying, "I seen you get out of this car," and all the bullshit.
So this happened in jail? Hello? Someone's audio is really bad.
It's fine.
There we go. It's better now. So you say this happened in jail?
Right. And then later on, when I was going into the jail, I hit on my recorder on my phone, and he
You
says,
had your phone in the jail? Is that I don't understand this. I'll have to watch the video, I guess.
Inside the tally port.
Okay.
Right. He pretty much tries to get me to hit him. So, me, I don't. I have my reasons. Does that make sense?
You what now?
Did you say something like you were going to fight this cop before he took the cuffs off? And then he took the cuffs off and was like, "All right, if you're going to fight me, go ahead."
But it doesn't matter. Public official.
That's a yes.
It sounds like you were drinking and driving, you got caught, and you wanted to fight.
Yeah, it sounds to me like you were being a drunk little fuck, and he called you out on your shit. But it's your story, so stick to it.
Anyway, it's
But yeah, I mean, so all right, yeah, sounds good, Kate. So tell me, like, you really think it's okay that Abrams and Glenn, like the other night, they just insert themselves right into the middle of this scene, and that's okay to do?
I have
All right, it's time to break up. So
like I'm gonna rationalize this point.
Lord,
So-
thank you.
And interject my stop. I would record it from a distance.
Okay, I mean that's one thing to do. If that, like, honestly, like I would never even bring that video up if that's what they did. Like, if they just sit there and cop watch, like they should, like they have no right to go up. And first of all, they blow something into something it's not. Like they act like this guy was like friggin', you know, field goal kicking this guy, and he was like, but it wasn't that at all. So one thing, they're making the story into something it's not. Okay, and number two, the police are in the middle of an investigation with this guy, and they just plop themselves right in the middle of it and make it all about them, me. When these cops are in the middle of something, they're lucky. In my opinion, they should have got arrested. They could have easily got arrested for interfering with police, but they didn't. I don't know why. The cops, you know, they probably don't want to touch them right now because right now they're not cops. They're trying to not touch people, and in my opinion, Glenn and Josh know that, and that's why they're doing shit like they're doing. All right. Well, good talk.
So he got arrested for something, and then he probably talked a bunch of smack to the officer, and the officer called him on it, and now he hates cops and he thinks it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's whatever. He doesn't. He wants to be blinded by it and follow Abrams, and so be it. But
I don't know. I just wanted him to rationalize his support for Abrams.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I wanted to ask him if he agrees with Glenn trying to dox that police officer.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I
right.
got.
He did say
He's still in there. He stopped answering. So, cameras, are you still there?
Yeah.
All right, I took you out because you're breaking up like crazy. But there's one more question that wants to be asked, and then we're gonna let you go because we can't really understand you. But go ahead. Was it DJen or Oak that wanted to ask him that?
Oh, it was me.
Yeah, DJen, go ahead.
I was wondering what you think of Glenn trying to dox a police officer and his family.
I'm new to Glenn's channel, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're breaking up, man. Like I already said, I give you credit for coming into Lions Den here and talking about your opinion, but I don't know, man. I mean, you should just make sure you stay woke, brother.
Yep.
Oh man. I mean that's I mean they refuse to accept the fact that, you know, things might not be exactly what. Yeah. He has no good answers to anything. He just beats around the bush.
No,
he just follows the leader.
The story they told us was basically he did get drunk, you know, did something stupid, and then he's acting like, you know, he's in fault. Anybody knows, like, when you're drunk, you do stupid shit, and you don't realize you did it, but he's trying to justify it.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. I guess No Name's trying to get in here. Let me see. He probably has something good to say, I think. So let me see. Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. I'm bringing up. All right. No Name. Try that number. I think you called me. I missed the call. Call again. And hold on 1 second. I got to set it up first. Give me a second. Yeah. I mean, dude. It just goes to show you, like, those are the type of people that follow Josh. They just take his word for what it is, and that's that, you know? And that's the problem.
I'm surprised I've never watched. I doubt that he's never watched any of your videos.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he just hates cops for the fact of because it's the cool thing right now or something.
Well, yeah, or because that one time when he was drunk and he wised off to a cop, and a cop tried to call him out. He was being a tough guy to a cop. The cop called him out, and now he has an issue with police.
And not only that, they just watched their videos where, you know, that they're wising off against the cops and the cops are retaliating. So it just makes them look like, hey, the cops must be bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I took from that video where that guy was talking all that, Glenn was talking all that smack to those officers on the traffic accident? What I believe he was doing in that video is he was talking that smack and then he was going to edit that video later to just the police reaction. hoping that they would have, reacted in a different way than they actually did. And that's what they probably their usual practice, is to go up and talk smack like that, and then turn the camera on after everything starts getting lit up a little bit,
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. All right, hold on a second. I got No Name on. What's up, No Name?
Not much.
What's going on?
That kid is.
What's the word?
That kid needs a
No Name.
psych eval. That kid's like that kid's on Josh's dick so fucking bad. I don't know what.
Who are you talking about? The
seriously,
kid that we just had on?
What's up, No Name?
He's that kid. I don't know what that kid. I don't know if he doesn't know right from wrong. I think seriously, after everything that's going on, he's still like, oh, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell? That kid needs to seriously have a 72-hour fucking eval.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with that kid.
Yeah, I saw too that he when the whole thing with you and Josh happened, I saw that he made some little video about you that he was talking about he was talking about us being hearsay and all that, but his little video about you was definitely 100% hearsay. Some half-assed text message or something.
He's I don't know. I think he's probably butthurt. He didn't see Josh or something like that. Because when we were out there, Josh called him and he blew up Josh. So I mean, if you're such a fantastic auditor, why were you so chicken shit? And why didn't you come out and meet us?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't know. That kid's I don't know what's wrong with that kid, but it's seriously whacked.
Yeah, he's even saying in the comments right now. He's saying, "Go play my No Name." Go play my video, No Name is a lie, or go whatever. He fucking not speak English on that, but yeah. So I actually, cameras, I watched that video, and it's I'll tell you what that video is. That video is exactly what Josh Abrams told you to do. Is what that video is, because I mean, I showed the text messages, between you and Extra Good Citizen. Extra Good Citizen told you to bring the car home, and that's what you did.
Yeah,
Those texts straight from Extra Good Citizen.
Yep. He's just pissed off that he's just siding with Josh because Josh didn't win and Josh didn't get his way and all this other shit. And he's just being what they say in the narcissistic, those psychology classes. He's just being one of Josh's flying monkeys. I mean, if you watch Richard Grannon, that's what he's doing. He's just whatever Josh is saying, he's gonna follow suit. So Josh says this, I gotta believe Josh. Dude, fucking get your own fucking opinion and make up your own mind. Be an adult. And he's fucking everybody over. Apparently, he fucked me over 2 weeks ago, and now he fucked Glenn over. And apparently, that's not a red flag. That everything that's going on is what's going on. This dude's seriously fucking screwing over everybody he knows. I mean,
yeah. Well, Glenn.
Cameras.
Well, Glenn and
why don't you send Josh and volunteer your time and drive him around for 2 months and see how you like it at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, and it seems like, I don't know if you heard, but it seems like that's what is going on with Glenn now too. It looks like he learned real quick.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe this kid. He's oh, look, what was he trying? I couldn't even make out what he said. What was he trying to say about being locked up?
I don't know. Some story. Oak, you heard it, didn't you? I didn't really catch the whole thing. He got drunk and got locked up, and someone
he said he was in a house drinking, and he was in the house drinking, and he got sick, so he went outside to go puke, and then there was a car that had a traffic stop right there, and when they did the traffic stop, the officer apparently ran him down and caught him and said, you were driving this vehicle and you jumped out of the vehicle, which he probably was. He probably was driving the vehicle, jumped out of the vehicle and tried to run away.
Yeah.
And he's added in this part of the story where he's in a house drinking and he's sick in the house. He has to throw up outside.
He couldn't get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got caught.
Yeah, No Name. So that kid brought up something that I wanted to ask you about. You were there. So the whole thing with the cops driving you guys far away, did that really happen? What's your opinion on why they did that?
Oh, yeah, they really drove us far away. I don't even know. We couldn't get an answer out of that. They dropped us off 70, 80 miles away, 45 minutes to an hour away.
Yeah.
It was a long ride, yeah.
For some reason, he was kind of making that seem like that had something to do with the whole wallet thing, but I think they just wanted you guys the hell out of their county because they didn't want to deal with you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case. Maybe, but the rental car was in the parking lot, so they should at least escorted us to the car. First of all, me and Josh never take our wallets into the police stations when we were doing it. Josh always says that he preaches it when you're going to do an audit, you don't bring identification, da 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 da. And we didn't bring anything in. And first of all, John said to me himself, he didn't see no friggin' wallet. I mean, I was right there when I was getting cuffed up. We were all out there. I saw the cops emptying Josh's pockets. I never seen him pick a wallet out. And they brought us into custody. I mean, we all get whatever we had back in our pockets back at the end. And Josh gets his cell phone back and he didn't get his wallet back. It's like too convenient not to fucking pay me because payday was Tuesday or whatever the fuck it was. So
yeah,
it's just this kid wants to believe this bullshit. I mean, what it really comes down to is that Josh didn't want to pay me. Now I'm finding out from one of the guys that donates that what happened was that Western Union money wasn't even Josh's pay money coming in. It was a donation. So Josh actually got his $2,000 paycheck and gave me $100 out of an $800 donation and played me stupid. So on top of that, so he got $2,800 fucking dollars and he still didn't pay me.
Huh. Caterpillar. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know Extra Good Citizen has had some questionable things in the past with the whole $7,000 donation and all that. I mean, I looked into that. I couldn't get an honest decision one way or the other about who was at fault in there. I mean, both sides had some sketchy shit going on. But my point in this is that this whole Extra Good Citizen thing with this situation, this is different.
Yeah.
Like that whole $7,000 thing. Yeah, that was sketchy on Extra Good. That was sketchy on Lisa. I don't know what happened with that. This is
I wasn't even involved in it, really.
No, I know that. I know. What I'm getting at is this is a totally different situation where Extra Good Citizen had good faith in Josh and No Name that you guys would get the car back, rent a car and go straight to Boston. That is what Extra Good Citizen thought that Josh and No Name would do. Josh didn't do that. They went to where they were going, Indiana, all that. And I've seen the text messages that Extra Good Citizen says, get the car back. If he and then Josh is acting stupid, he doesn't want to go. I don't care. Do what you got to do. Get the car back. I have a lot more than what I brought on and showed on air, because I had off-record conversations with multiple different people that didn't want to be involved in this. Okay, I showed what I could, and even what I did show from No Name shows that Extra Good Citizen said that. So I mean,
I mean, it's just like I'm losing my train of thought, but this kid, he wasn't gonna bring the car back. If I didn't bring the car back, we would have been on a fucking countrywide mission right now. I mean, it would never end, and that guy probably would have like a $10,000 rental bill. So that's why the car had to go back. I mean, the car was good to Monday or Tuesday, and it had to go back. And Extra Good told me to make it, try to get it back. And Josh just wanted to go out auditing with Chuck Bronson all night. So it's like, all right, dude, you're gonna do another night of this shit. I got to bring the car back, and that's it. The car went back. I mean, you had to be, basically you had to take away the toy from the kid, whether he had to go to bed or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's just obsessed with this shit. I mean, he's running around here in COVID, he's gonna kill somebody. And then on top of it, one of my mods sent me screenshots from Josh. Josh turns around now saying that he doesn't have travel restrictions. Okay, then why do you tell Extra Good Citizen and me that you had to get back to court on Monday to see a probation officer? Now you're saying you don't have travel restrictions? So that was just that was a bunch of bullshit in a car salesman move to get Extra Good to rent you a car that we didn't need to rent. We could have flew home. But I wasn't up for driving across the fucking country. I really wasn't.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, all I know is I asked for multiple different things in that from Josh to prove what he was saying. He didn't give it to me. And I saw a text from Extra Good Citizen saying to get the car back. I also have a Facebook page, a Facebook comment that's on Accountability for All's Facebook page saying on a Sunday saying where in the world is Accountability for All today, and Extra Good Citizen saying hopefully back in Boston today. So obviously the plan was to always go to Boston. So
it was always to Boston. You could probably call up that rental car place and ask the girl that rented the car to us. She probably even knows that it had to be in Boston on Monday.
Yeah. But I mean, whatever. We've already covered that, so it is what it is. But all right, so I mean, I don't know. I just do you have anything else, No Name, or you just want to talk about cameras or?
No, Cameron's just gotta get his head straight. I mean, I don't know. Like he's really gotta freaking read. He's gotta see. These are all the facts laid out before him, and it's like Josh ain't bringing any evidence. Like, I mean, obviously, what's it like? What we all lying and Josh is telling the truth. I mean,
Well, that's how it always ends up being.
Yeah, it's like, why would we just all got together and be like, you know what? Today we all woke up and said, hey, let's go fuck Josh over and let's make up a ton of shit about Josh and it's like totally fucking make shit up. Like, yeah, that's what we're all planning to do.
Yeah. All right, No Name. Well, thanks for calling in, buddy.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Love
all right, so we got a few more minutes here. I'll take some questions from the comments, or if any of you guys on the panel got any questions or just have anything to say, that's cool too.
I'd be interested to hear what happened between Josh and
Glenn.
Glenn, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna come out like the whole No Name thing did or what. And like I said, it's not even. I don't even have as much of a confirmation on it as I would like to, but at the same time, I've heard from multiple different sources that this happened, and so it seems like it did. But you know, it's all allegedly until we find out. But it was too good to not tell.
I mean, honestly, it seems like, you know, obviously they seem like the perfect match because like they talk shit to police, and I wonder if like one of them just Josh and wasn't up to like the way Glenn does things.
Yeah,
but you know, just they seem like the perfect couple.
Yeah. And the thing too with Josh's channel is every time he doesn't go live and it goes quiet, you know something's up. And today was kind of one of those days. He posted a couple pre-recorded videos today. But
well, he did that too when like after he broke up with No Name, he was posting videos with No Name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been noticing that, like, his lives, you could watch his live streams, and then he'll delete the live stream and then edit it, and then I guess post it as a edited video later on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Accountability for Con Artists is asking, what's the full story between Anselmo and Josh? Falling Out story. Also, this is a funny name, Poop Fart. Poop Fart is asking when we're gonna go over the whole story about what happened between Auditing America and Josh. So that we have the story, but we don't have as much like evidence as we would like to have on it, I guess. So we're kind of waiting for some shit to happen in the background and get the facts that we need to get to talk about it. I mean, we're still kind of confirming, make sure that this story is actually true. If it is, it's a fucking wild story. So I kind of hope it is, to be honest, because it's crazy. But yeah, that's that. Debbie, Kate, you still selling your ass? I don't think Kate's selling her ass. I don't think so. I think she's I don't think she's doing that, but that's cool. I can't even buy Gatorade. I'm looking for some more songs. Pat and John still in Florida. I think so. I mean, doesn't seem like much content coming out of Florida other than, you know, them two inciting the police. Not Pat and John, Glenn and Josh just kind of walking up on police scenes. I haven't seen any actual auditing. I don't think they can get into any of the police stations. I think it's all shut down there pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, the thing about the police stations in Florida is they have a bunch of them that are small, and they're like substations. They have one big station, but it's usually a like a sheriff's office that's big, and the police departments are really small, and the substations are really small. And I think they're just finding the substations, and they really can't get into them. And I think the Broward County Sheriff's Office is in the jail, so I don't think they can really get in there anyways.
Yeah, yeah. Ed 2276. When does Josh's robbery trial, drug conspiracy trial come up? Keeps getting put off. Right now, all the courts are closed. So I don't think. I mean, I'm sure there is a date, but I know it's put off for at least a couple more months. I think all the dates were originally put off till May, sometime in May, were his dates. So they're either still in May or they've been delayed even more because of the courts being closed. So I'm not really sure on that. Last I heard, they were in May. I'm not sure if that's still the case or what. But
hey, did you guys see the video? This was probably a little while back when Josh and Anselmo were harassing a homeless lady. Did you see that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, outside of the Boston Garden where the Bruins play hockey. Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's when I first started really hating them.
Okay.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
I mean that lady clearly had mental issues, and they were all over.
No, they were talking about her hitting her boyfriend or something, and then.
Yeah, I guess she whacked her boyfriend or whatever. I don't know. I mean, they're just clearly two mental health people, homeless people that were outside. And that area, I know that area too. Is it's around where I live. So I mean, I know that's where you go. It's right outside where the Bruins play. There's a lot of homeless people hanging around there because it's a money pit for Panhandle and stuff because all the people coming out and going from that place. So there's a lot of homeless people that hang around down there, and that was ridiculous to watch. I remember that video, DJ. Yeah. All right. What about Bucket Boy? I don't know. I haven't heard anything since he got arrested outside of the freaking governor of Rhode Island's house protesting. That must have been a crazy sight. Imagine looking out your window and you see Bucket Boy yelling at you.
And I don't think he's been in the Discord since that either.
No, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him. I don't know what the deal is. That's crazy. I wonder if he's still locked up. I doubt it. He probably got out, but I mean, I don't know. You can't go outside the governor's house causing a scene and expect not to get shit for it,
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. So did you guys see that Auditing America and Will Turbot are also in Florida? What's the deal? Flights must be cheap to Florida right now or something.
Probably.
Because it's like for some reason they all headed out to Florida, but none of them are together. There's 3 separate groups, but they're all in Florida. You guys see the video? There was Auditing America, Will Turbot. They were at South Beach in Miami, and they got all the cruise ships. All the cruise ships can't. The government just put a stop on cruises. So all the cruise ships that port in Miami are out sitting off the coast of Miami. You can see them in the background. The news is doing a story on it, and you just see Will Turbot come in and start talking about all his crazy conspiracy theories about all his Hillary stories and Biden stories and all that. He starts yelling to the camera as they're trying to go do a live broadcast, and it's ridiculous.
Just like the video that sorry,
and Turbot's got no shirt on too.
Just like when he did
DJ.
Sorry.
Go ahead, DJ.
Just like when he did was supposed to do an audit at the Federal Reserve. Did you see that video? He just was, instead of actually doing an audit, he was just whining outside.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that guy's not. You're gonna see that guy someday doing some crazy shit or something. The guy, he's crazy about those conspiracy theories he's got going on.
Oh man, I was talking to one dude about conspiracy theories. Eyes on Corruption. That guy's a nut.
Yeah.
He thinks there's a war going on underground, and that's why there's earthquakes or something.
Yeah.
And he thinks that COVID-19 is a cover-up, so that way the government can put testing tents up, and the testing tents really aren't for testing. They're to cover manholes that go down to the center of the earth, to these tunnels that travel underneath the ocean.
Sounds like Targeted Citizen. Have you checked him out, Officer Oak?
No. This was when I was on that Tammy's channel, whatever. You seen it when you were saying that craziness?
Mm-hmm. Go check out Target Citizen. You want to talk about crazy conspiracy theories? Basically saying that there's no coronavirus. All the symptoms, everything is 5G.
Oh yeah. That's the same deal.
Yeah. Well, I've seen also that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
He thinks Tammy thinks that the bags, the body bags, aren't really body bags. I think they're full of sand. And I was like, you realize the sand would go down to the bottom and it would deflate at the top, right?
Yeah. No, she hadn't figured that out
I-
yet.
Doofy, go ahead.
I seen that people think that Planet X is coming close to Earth, and that's why this whole coronavirus is happening, just like a cover up. You know, that's why it's down at FEMA camps, because like big natural disasters about to happen. Because Planet X is coming.
Oh God, I didn't see that.
Billions of light years away.
Sorry, I'm gonna butcher this person's name, but more Gayu, I think it is. Was in Samo interred, but do they have a stay-at-home order after auditing NASA? Because in the video, the police officer calls them out for being from Rhode Island. Yeah, I don't know, and they're probably supposed to quarantine when they get back to Rhode Island too for 14 days. I know they got some crazy shit going on over there with quarantining. So I don't know about that, but that's interesting. I saw another question here. Let's see, where is it? No, I did not see Nomad's live stream on Friday. How's he doing? Is he nodding out again, or is he hanging in there? I don't know.
He's kind of nodding out now, man. I don't know how he seems like he may be back on something.
That sucks. I'm honestly, I don't agree with what he does. I'm rooting for the kid. I hate to see anybody destroying their lives on drugs.
Yeah, I was really hoping for him too, but it don't look like he's doing the best.
Let's see, Savage Jazz. What's up with Billy Baggs? I don't know, man. He's probably just out there hustling on his rap career somewhere. I don't know. I haven't looked into him for a while. But I'm sure he's just out there, writing rhymes and dropping beats and hitting bars.
Who's that Asian guy that's always with?
That's
Billy
his little
Baggs?
slave. That's like his little Asian slave. Like he just does whatever he wants. He shines his shoes. He dresses him in the morning, picks out his clothes for the next day, gives him rides.
Is that Clash with Bow guy, or is that someone different?
No, that's what the hell is that kid's name? Somebody help me out in the comments. What's Billy Baggs' buddy's name?
No
Kate would
idea.
know. I forget it. As soon as I see it, I'm gonna remember it. But
Yeah, I seen a video the other day that he'd posted. It was like a while ago, and I just never saw it. It was Hot Tow Truck Girl, and Billy Baggs, and they're in some like really nice house. And I guess they were like swimming in some pool, and the Asian dude
that's
was
the
there.
Asian dude's house. That's like,
Is that his
well,
house?
Let me say this correctly. That's the Asian dude's parents' house.
That's a
Lynn,
nice house.
Lynn. The guy's name is Lynn. Yes, you're right, Savage. Lynn. Yeah. But yeah, that's his little Chinese slave.
I feel bad for that dude's parents, man. They must have worked really hard for that place. And to be-
Yeah, I mean, his parents are probably some like scientists or something. Yeah. All right, let's see. Any last questions before we wrap this up? Otherwise, Tuesday night, 10 p.m. we'll be on. Do it up for that.
I'm up for it.
Where did the gay guy go that used to be on with Kate? His name was Justin, and Justin decided that he wanted to kind of go on. I think he's doing his own little thing on Facebook now. He goes live, does his own little live shows and stuff. I don't know. We got, as most people know, things got a little complicated for a while, and apparently he had enough, so he moved on. But
what happened to Twitch?
Twitch is working. He's a private investigator. He's come out and said that on the air, so I feel comfortable saying that he's a private investigator. So he has a lot of work on his plate. So he was, also he was getting married and stuff like that. So he didn't really have the time to keep doing this. So that's why he moved on. But yeah, I don't know. I think once we get back in the studio, right now it's just me, Kate, and sound guy. So I think once we get back in the studio, probably. I don't know if it'll just be us three or we'll be looking for more people or what, but we'll figure something out.
So I've been doing some research on how to keep my vehicle clean and stuff for work.
Yeah.
And I came across these lights. They're ultraviolet C. It's UVC lights. Is what they're called.
It kills the bacteria, right?
Yeah, it kills everything.
I've heard of those.
And I bought one, and I was thinking like that should be like implemented in jails, in in EMS vehicles. I mean, like they need to start buying them because people haven't really caught on to it yet. You can still buy them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to I don't want everyone to go buy them now, but like I got one, and I mean, you can't like look at it because it'll mess your eyes up, and you can't really get it on your skin because it'll like your arms will smell like wherever the light hits will smell like burnt pork. Like
really? So does it burn the hair? Does it burn the hairs on your arm?
No, it just breaks down your cells that like your germs, I guess, that are on you, and it's not good for you. I mean, it can.
I've seen. I actually, funny story. I recently was watching the show Storage Wars, and they found one of those in one of the lockers they auctioned off, and the guy brought it. The guy didn't know what the hell it was, so they brought it to a place, and they were talking about, it, and they brought it into a rest stop bathroom, like some nasty bathroom. And they tested the bacteria on the toilets and everything beforehand. It was a certain number. They ran the light over it, and then the bacteria was all gone and dead. So it's funny you say that because I just recently saw that, and I never knew what the hell that thing. I never heard of one of those before until that show I saw, and then you just brought it up now.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research on that stuff. When I was in the military, I did a lot of training for stuff like this, disasters.
Okay. And, Genesis right here says, I believe there are ambulances that use some UV for part of their cleaning.
That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna start talking to my my local hospitals and stuff.
Yeah.
Let them know so they can get it, because I mean that's stuff that they could really use. Because I mean we've had a couple first responders that have gotten infected with the virus, unfortunately. I mean, and it's not necessary. We don't need to be. We all can't get sick, and if one of us gets sick, then it could mean that a lot of us will.
Yeah.
Did you hear Massachusetts is third worst in the country?
Yeah, I did see that. Yep.
That's crazy. Who's first? New York?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's New York. New Jersey is second, I think, right? Which that's crazy that New Jersey is second because New Jersey is such a small state.
Yeah.
In California up there also.
Yeah, I think. Well, California, if they're like so big, if they go by like this, like all the cities or whatever, they probably take it all. Yeah, but like state wise, just because we're so much smaller than they are, we're third.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I was gonna say.
Okay, here's another one. Bruce Gordon saying the emergency room at the big county hospital here has used recessed indirect ultraviolet lights for a couple decades. Now, I think at restaurants too. Restaurants have those lights. You know what I'm talking about? They have lights in the kitchens.
Those are
food.
I always thought those were for I always thought those were for pests, but maybe I don't know. Maybe they're for the bacteria. I don't know.
They have those white. Those are white. Well, I mean the outer exterior coating is like white. It's not clear.
Okay.
If I forgot what's inside of it. It's some sort of stuff that's inside of it that blocks the dangerous UVC ray. That's a UV. I think UVB rays. So you got UVA, which is like regular, like you walk out in the sun and you're just in the sunlight.
Yeah.
And it's not really gonna hurt you, you know. And you got UVB, which is what they use in restaurants and stuff. And then you got UVC, which is like can mess you up.
Okay.
And when the sun gives off all of these, but only UVA makes it down to us, UVB only a little bit makes it down to us, and UVC almost none of it makes it down to us because it's pretty harmful.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got lights now that we can produce UVC, and we can use it for germicidal reasoning or germicidal purposes. Kind of neat.
Yeah. I mean, that beats the hell out of having to spray shit down and wipe it down. Just wipe the wand roll. Just put the light over it real quick. Boom, it's dead. And then Tim's saying, "Don't people work in New York but live in New Jersey?" That explains. Yeah, I heard that is the main reason why New Jersey is so bad is because so many people live in Jersey and commute to New York to work. I did hear that.
Sorry to hear that, Caterpillar.
We lost 14 for wow. Lost as in they're sick, or lost as in died. Probably sick. I hope. Jesus.
Yeah, 14 police officers died. That would mean that hundreds of them would have to be sick.
Yeah. Hopefully just sick. I mean, not that that's good, but it's better than dead.
Yeah. Did y'all see the video of that bus driver? He made a video
Yes.
talking about. Oh, that was crazy.
So he made a video flipping out on this guy for coughing, right?
Yeah.
And everyone was kind of, all. He made a video about that or whatever. Then a couple days later, the guy's dead from corona.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, I guess his argument was very valid.
Yeah,
Shit.
well, a lot of people aren't taking it seriously, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Like
in
that
my
one-
area, go on ahead.
That one lady that licked and coughed on food in that supermarket, and they had to get rid of like $35,000 worth of food. You hear about that one?
Yes.
That's
Yep.
messed up.
She got charged for that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Terrorist.
she
I
should've.
think.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
messed up. I don't understand why people do stuff like that.
That's crazy.
It's like before when like you'd hear stories about people with AIDS who like deliberately went around infecting people, and you were like, "Oh man, that's crazy." And then like there's not that many people that can be doing that. And then now COVID's around, and it seems to be like the new cool thing to do. Like,
Yeah.
and for a while before, weren't kids like opening containers at like stores and
Ice cream.
Yeah, licking the ice cream and like spitting in drinks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah. All right, guys, we're over 2 hours. Toast, I missed your super chat. She said rock out with your mass hole out. All right, thank you, Toast. I appreciate that. I missed that when it came in. But all right, everybody, thanks for coming. What is this, Mitch? I think you should do a list of how many men Josh screwed versus Hot Dog Chucker. That's a tough list. I don't know. It's got to be pretty close, right?
I'll take a break.
Yeah.
So I'll take a year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say
yeah, go
I
ahead.
just wanted to thank Mike for his service. I heard he was on. He did 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's impressive. He paves the way for guys like me. I mean, he went through some stuff. I mean, we got our own trifes these days, but they went through some stuff back then. My dad, he did 30 years. I think I told you guys before, or 35 years. And I mean, shoot, like that. I don't know how. I mean, I'm 7 years in right now. 35 years. It just sounds so far away.
Yeah. Hang in there. You'll get there, man. Yeah. Caterpillar says apologies. What I meant is four police officers have died in the state of Colorado. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, that's 4 police officers too many. That sucks.
That's crazy. I think
Yeah.
2 Broward County deputies died.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right where freaking Josh is running around.
Yeah.
Passing it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on. Oak, Doofy, D-Gen. Glad to have you finally on. That's cool.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Who else? We had
Welcome.
Lisa, Mike C, Kate, Sasquatch. I mean, Cameron's a little out there. I give him credit for copping in the Lion's Den, though. I'll give him that. Everybody else, if I missed any. Theresa. Thank you, Theresa, for coming on. Yeah, that's it. All right, so everybody, we'll be back on Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Stay safe out there. Hope everyone had a good Easter. All that. Thank you, everyone who did the super chats, and we will talk to you guys Tuesday night. Thanks, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
All right.
Y'all take
Good
care.
night.
Yep.